12 years, when I moved here from the New York, New Jersey area, he was one of the first guys that I literally met. And I knew that somehow life was going to put us on the same platform one day. He's been extremely successful in this arena. As a matter of fact, he's the man at the helm. He's the one that actually leads the charge here, not only in Miami, but throughout the country. And guys, I need you to help me to give a big Miami welcome. And that basically means that a lot of excitement, a lot of applause to four-star ambassador, that's Mr. Freddy Melero.
You guys are champions for going through that storm, guys, right? I mean, this is Miami. We understand that sometimes with this rain and the storm, sometimes, some of us get held back, and you guys are champions for coming out tonight. What amazing stories you guys heard earlier, right? Let's fire it up. Excited? Are you? Yeah. Awesome. Well, guys, 20 short months ago, just like you guys, I was sitting in the living room and watched the video just like you guys, and I saw options, right? From a health perspective at the time, my wife and I, we had gone through a couple years of, some financial challenges, and I don't know about you guys, but somehow when the money's tough, you start eating and try to compensate the stress effects, and so I needed to lose some weight. I saw definitely an opportunity taking on the challenge, and financially, guys, I've been in the direct sales industry for 15 years, was doing great until a little thing called the economy as well. I led to that point, and financially we were struggling. And guys, I really saw the opportunity. Nick Sarnicola, my mentor, Matt Ward, my enroller, told me, Freddie, hey, listen, you got to follow this Getting Started training, get to director right away, and let's help 6 people get to director immediately, and you'll qualify for the car. We got that done the first week. The first month, we helped 7 people do that. And as you can imagine, when you're not the only one saying told you so, you got 7 people, it's a little bit louder when we scream. And so things started happening, guys. And so far, hundreds of people have been impacted from a health perspective, thousands from a health perspective. Financially, we've got about a couple hundred people in cars, and guys, that's really exciting, right? Because at the end of the day, if you do something, the neat thing about this business is built upon the golden rule. Don't tell others. If you help enough other people get what they want, you automatically get what you want. And people are looking, guys. And if your heart's in the right place, guys, and you care about people and you share this message, it's amazing what can happen. And we've got some folks that have reached the presidential director rank. That is a rank that starts tapping into the 6-figure income. And we've got some folks that have reached the top leadership level, which is ambassador, which is 6 and multiple 6-figure. And we have some that are getting close to 7-figure here as well that we're going to bring up. So without further ado, I want to bring up the folks that have already, the new presidential directors and all ambassadors. Please come to the stage and big round of applause, guys. Well, let's start off with the presidential directors. We have a new presidential director, Mr. Brian Spooner. Share your story.
Thanks to this guy and his leadership, we're all going to the same place. It's just a matter of how long it's going to take. And we got so much momentum here, guys. I really tell you, take a good hard look at what we have right here. Some people just take a little longer than others to visualize it. Don't be that person. We've got it. It's right here.
Awesome. Big round of applause.
I say that because most of you know my wife. We're from Orlando, Florida, ambassadors. And the reason why I'm doing this is in January I was transferred in my business from Orlando to West Palm Beach. So I'm away from home Monday through Friday. And this is the answer. This is what's going to get me home. This is my why. And this is what we're doing. I get to meet some great people. Got to meet a new team in Miami of ours last night. Love you guys. And that's what it's all about, the relationships. And just keep going.
Awesome.
I think the term that I learned the most is massive action. If you don't take massive action, your business runs a little slower. If you start just sharing the opportunity, getting people on the product, that is the way to get people passionate about what we're doing.
Massive action solves all problems, right?
Yeah.
Just make sure not a day should go by without you speaking to someone, talking to someone, pre-partying, challenge party, and then if you get stuck, redo your list over again, start from scratch, and make sure you get to all the events. make your business blow up.
Big round of applause. Awesome. That was a one-star ambassador. If you not only become an ambassador, but now you help someone else become an ambassador in your team, you move up another pin rank. Robert, come on.
Hi guys. Listen, all of us that are up here, the reason we're up here is because we had a reason why. All right. I started this because I had a big reason why. It was my mom and my daughter. And let me tell you guys, at the end of the day, it's all about the system and helping people. That's it. That's all it is. And that's what I did. I was determined to do that. I was determined to go forward. I wasn't going to listen to anybody that was going to try to discourage me from my dreams. I just kept going forward, and then it led me to this. It's helping people. That's all I did. That's it.
You're all done. Come on. Let people become a two-star ambassador. That'll start getting a little more interesting. Ladies first.
Hi everyone, my name is Melba Sawani, and I just wanted to tell you, I was a non-believer. I lost 46 pounds. My daughter lost 52 pounds with this. For 22 years, I made my boss's dreams come true. And 3 weeks ago, I was able to walk out that door. And now I just get to dedicate my life to helping thousands of people's lives, dreams come true. So guys, don't think about it. Visalus rocks. Own your life.
Awesome.
Guys, in a very short period of time, we've gone, we're talking about 15, 16 months. We went from being broke, our cars being repossessed, our boat being looked for by a repossessed guy, foreclosure in our home. Our relationship wasn't that well, but we had one thing. We knew that if we made a change in our lives, something will change. If you're here in any situation, whether it's good, bad, or wherever it is, if you want to improve your life, you got to make a change. And today is the day that you can make that change. We did it 15, 16 months ago. Now we've helped several people in our team reach a six-figure income. Our strong, multiple six-figure income for us, making our dreams come true, living our life, living the paradise that was promised to us from the day we were born.
Into the high six figures. We have a first-time ambassador here, Mr. Alan Gazino.
Hey guys, I'm Alan Gazino from Neptune Beach, Florida, which is up near Jacksonville. My background is I was an executive in the insurance business for 15 years. And I don't know about how many of you folks are hearing about healthcare and healthcare reform. The industry's broken, there isn't a solution. I was concerned, that's all I've done for 15 years. We were looking for a plan B. We saw the video, and when Nick said if you're looking for a strong side business, this can be the answer. We saw this as the potential answer. So we jumped in a year ago knowing there wasn't a solution for healthcare other than what this company has. This is the solution, guys. The government's not going to fix healthcare. It's all about Americans taking personal accountability for our health, nutrition, our weight, all of those things. So we jumped in. We did exactly what our upline said. All I can say is being outside of networking, I don't have a networking background. It's traditional business. There were some hard habits that I had developed for a long time that I had to get rid of. I made sure that I was coachable. I listened to my upline, and here we are a year later as four-star ambassadors. So this is awesome not only for us, but even more importantly for all of those people on our team. It's a tremendous, tremendous business.
Guys, you heard some amazing stories from a health perspective. You heard some amazing stories from a financial perspective, guys. This is working, guys. We're the #1 fastest growing home-based business direct sales company globally, recently recognized by the Direct Selling News. Guys, this is huge. #1 fastest growing health and fitness and weight loss challenge, I believe, in the world. And guys, it's just incredible. And we have the great honor tonight and the unique privilege of having the gentleman that really founded this company, the gentleman that led the charge with this whole challenge and has revolutionized the whole network marketing industry in the process, transformed hundreds of thousands of lives. And guys, you know what's neat about that? We've only just begun. I want to introduce to you guys global ambassador, co-founder, incredible individual, servant-driven leader, Mr. Nick Sarnicola. And they're still like, so what? Well, why are you here?
Well, hey guys, first of all, I want to say thank you very much for getting through the weather here and coming. I was very surprised to see just a packed house, standing room only. My favorite part about Miami is they just keep coming and coming. Presentation's over. People still just walking in. They're like, did I miss it? Yes, you missed it. How many of you guys thought it was abundantly weird having a guy, watching a DVD of a guy, the guy stood behind you watching himself on DVD? Anyone find that? There is a reason for that, so we'll just start there. The reason why we do that is so you guys can just really see how simplistic what we do really is. You know, we don't have, you know, any dog and pony show. We press play on a DVD, blend on a blender, and talk on a cell phone. And if you can do those three things, you're going to be in really good shape with us. How many of you guys think you can press blend on a blender and play on a DVD player? Right? Yeah. So if you can do that, you can have success at it. But because I do live in Miami, I get the fortune of coming and visiting with you guys every once in a while when I know you're getting together and I'm in town. I can shoot over and say hello. Even though I'm from Michigan, Miami is absolutely my favorite place on planet Earth. So you guys got it right when you decided to live here, no doubt about it. You know, it's amazing to see what the leaders have done here, the ones that just spoke before you guys. You know, all of them 6 and soon to be 7-figure income earners. You got people ranging from, you know, $6 grand a month at the presidential director level with our new presidential directors, all the way up to $60,000 to $70,000 a month being earned by the individuals that are standing in front of that room. So, you know, it's just a testament of what their leadership abilities are, and also what we have here for you guys. My only question is, with Ibrahim, how did they find your car but they couldn't find your boat? It was driving me crazy, right? You could hide the boat. Where'd you hide the boat? Like you buried the boat, you couldn't hide the car, but you. Anyways, okay. So, in all seriousness, I want to just share a few things with you guys that you didn't see on the DVD, and hopefully that resonates with you. If it does, great. If not, you know, no big deal. I know there's many of you guys here today that, you know, I guess, aren't necessarily here for entrepreneurship, but I want all of you guys to know that's completely okay. For those of you guys that just want to use the challenge or take it or see a transformation in your body, I mean, you saw so many people stand up that have lost weight with us, and some of them as much as 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 pounds. And it's completely okay if you don't want to promote the challenge and you just want to take the challenge. 165,000 people joined the challenge brand new last month, and 130,000 of them were just taking the challenge to do something great for their body. And then there's some of you guys that you're entrepreneurs or you're aspiring entrepreneurs. You're here to look at a way that you can create something successful for yourself and your family. And I guess there's a couple of you guys that got dragged down by somebody, you don't know why you're here. So and I always know who they are because they stare at me with the angry face with their arms folded. And I'm like, don't be mad at me. I didn't drag you down here. Be mad at the guy that dragged you down here. It wasn't me. Angry face people, by the way. This isn't television. I can see you guys. Just so you guys know. So, but I want to spend my time today talking to those aspiring entrepreneurs. You know, my background is I'm originally from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I've got a very blue-collar, middle-class upbringing. All 4 of my grandparents worked at the same factory. Had a trickle-down effect. Uncles, dad, cousins, brothers. I didn't know what I wanted to do or be when I grew up, but I knew I didn't want to be, you know, working at the factory. So I decided I wanted to be quote-unquote rich one day. Any of you guys, when you were a kid, did you want to be quote-unquote rich one day? Yeah. The rest of you guys, when you were young, you want to be poor one day? Or you're like, you're 7 years old going, I want to be middle class. Now, every one of us, when we were kids, we had this dream of, wow, I want to do this, and I'm going to go here, I'm going to have this. So whether you call it rich or not, that was kind of the dream. That was the dream, right? You know, for me, I didn't grow up in a wealthy family, as you guys know, and most people don't. So how do you achieve that level of success financially when you quote-unquote get older? Well, there's not a Wealth 101 course. How many of you guys in school, when you were growing up, if there was a Wealth 101 class, you would have attended that class, right? You would have sat there front row, notepad and pen. But it doesn't exist. So, you know, you watch television. You can be an actor, you can be a singer, or you can be a rock star or something. You can be a rapper, you can do something illegal, or you can be a professional athlete. Those are your 5 options. If you're not in a wealthy family and you want to be financially successful one day. And I mean, when I say financially successful, I mean like super financially successful. And you know, for me, I can't act, I can't sing or play an instrument, I can't rhyme. I'm not a good liar, so illegal's out, so that left sports for me. I went on and played college baseball. I had a full ride, play baseball at junior college in Michigan, and that was going to be my way out. I'm going to play pro sports. And fortunately, when I was 18, I was introduced to the real way that financial success, aka wealth, is created in the world. The #1 way. And it was called entrepreneurship. Still is. And oddly enough, I just graduated from high school and I just went through $15,000 of school, but nobody brought the word up once. Not one textbook, not one teacher, not one class. The word entrepreneurship never left anyone's mouth. And I found that to be very odd, but I was excited that I found entrepreneurship, because now, wow, here's the ticket. It doesn't matter how fast you can run. It doesn't matter how well you can sing. It doesn't matter, whether or not you can jump high or whatever. All that mattered was if you had any of this and you had any of this. If you're willing to use your head and your heart, and you were willing to dedicate that to a vehicle that allowed for you a possibility, nothing could stop you. So I got started. I got started when I was 18. I didn't have any success, but I kept going, and then I didn't have any success, and I kept going, and I didn't have any success. But by the time I was 22, I had some success. I had moved from Grand Rapids, Michigan, to California in my early 20s. I developed a strange allergy that I know everyone in this room suffers from. I became allergic to snow. Anybody know what I'm talking about, right? Totally allergic to snow, so I'm like, I'm out of here. So I moved to California. I'd wake up every day, Monday through Friday, and I'd walk across the beach. I'd touch my toes in the water about 8:30 a.m. Today I beat the system, Monday. Today I beat the system, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I would only do this Monday through Friday. I was in a position where I was making about $25,000, $30,000 a month at age 22. And it was one of those things where I had time freedom. And I'd go down to that beach and you could look to the left, you could see for miles, you could look for right, you could see for miles. And it was, an amazing feeling to know that, you'd beat the system. How many of you guys wouldn't mind waking up every day, touching your toes in the water, saying, today I beat the system, Monday through Friday, right? And, you could literally see for miles and there was nobody there. Where was everybody at 8:30 in the morning, Monday through Friday? Work, right? It was me and a couple homeless guys. We were high-fiving the whole time. They were like, take that, system. So it was fun. And everybody who didn't know me at the time, they thought it was one of two things. Like, okay, he makes really good money. He goes to the beach all the time, doesn't seem to work. He's young. He's either a rich kid, because there's a lot of rich kids in Orange County, California. And if he's not a rich kid, then he has to be a what? He has to be a supermodel. He's got to be No, you're right. They thought I was a drug dealer. I was just trying to see if I could get that one last angry face guy to even smile, but it didn't work. He was like... at first I used to take offense to that, right? I used to take offense to the fact that I'd done something so good and people would just assume it was done wrong. And then I realized it wasn't that they had a problem with me, it was that they had a problem with what they were taught. Because what they were taught since they were this tall is that type of success at that age just is not what? Starts with a P.
Possible.
It's not possible. It's not possible. Well, I realized that in a sense, they're right. It isn't possible in what they were doing. So they're right. It's not possible in what they're doing. But I wasn't doing what they were doing. I was doing something different. I was an entrepreneur. So when you're not an entrepreneur, you're right. That's not possible. So I can agree with you. But if you become an entrepreneur, it is possible. See, here's what tonight's about. Tonight's not about a guarantee. Now, if you just want to get on the challenge, that's actually guaranteed. We'll give you your money back guaranteed. But in terms of entrepreneurship, it's about a possibility. That's it. A possibility. And, tonight gives you that shot if you're someone who's been searching for a possibility. And what I love, guys, when I look at where we're at today, this is the United States of America, the land of opportunity, right? And if you can't find a possibility here, shame on you. Nobody else's fault but your own. If you can't find an opportunity in the land of opportunity, you won't find one anywhere. Because I know one thing for sure, there's nobody, digging tunnels or getting in boats trying to get out of this country. But there are a lot of people trying to do what? Get in. Why? What are they looking for? Opportunity. A possibility. How many possibilities? One. How many shots are they trying to get? One. They will risk it all for how many shots? One. Are you willing to risk it for one shot, one possibility? But here's what, you don't need to risk your life. You don't need to risk it all. You don't need to risk, you need to risk softball time. You need to risk a bowling league. You need to risk movie night. You need to risk staring at the idiot box for hours and hours and hours. You need to risk go shopping for hours on end. You need those things, right? You need to risk American Idol and Survivor, and you need to risk that. Judge Judy, Judge Mathis, Judge whoever, you know, all the stuff that we spend so much of our life wasting time on, you need to risk that. And if you're willing to risk that for a possibility, not even your life, you're willing to risk that for a possibility, interesting what can happen for you. Who knows? Now here's what I'm most excited about, is 7 years ago, all we were was a possibility. And many of you guys in the room are looking for a possibility. Just so I can do a quick check-in. How many of you guys are those folks that, you know, you're frustrated in your situation in some way, some shape, same form? You're up late at night, you know, thinking, and you got the wheels turning, you're daydreaming at work, and you're looking for a possibility. Where are those people at? The folks looking for a possibility. Okay, great. The rest of the folks looking for a challenge. Cool. Those of you guys that raised your hand. If you are looking for a possibility, well, in my opinion, you need to find the best one. And don't just take any possibility, take the best one. 7 years ago, we were a possibility. I could not stand in front of the room and say, we're the best one. 5 years ago, we were an okay possibility. A couple years ago, 3 years ago, we were a good possibility. 2 years ago, a great possibility. As it stands today, where we're at right now, numerically speaking, we are the #1 undefeated champion of possibilities, period, end of story. I don't mean that from a biased perspective, meaning this is my opinion. Because, you know, everybody's got an opinion. I mean that from a numerical perspective. See, numbers don't lie, people do. And people with other possibilities, they'll lie. Me, I'll give you numbers. You know, documentation beats conversation. So I don't talk. I let our competitors do that. I just give documentation because documentation is king. Documentation beats conversation. And when I say we're #1, I mean we blinded up, guys. First of all, we chose to solve a problem or be part of a solution for the #1 fastest growing epidemic in the world today. What is it? Obesity. So I didn't come here, guys, saying, "Hey, I've got this great idea. You know, we're all gonna sell 8-tracks or something like that, or CDs." No, that's a little outdated. We're talking about the #1 fastest growing problem in the world today. What is it again? Obesity. Well, right now, as it stands, we're the #1 fastest growing solution to the #1 fastest growing problem. It's not Nutrisystems. It's not Weight Watchers. It's not any other challenge who's trying to be us. The #1 fastest growing weight loss challenge in the world today is Body by the 90-day challenge. That's the We're talking about 10 to 12 million pounds lost in 2.5 years. We're talking about 110 million shakes served. Well, that means 110 million times somebody in the last 2 to 3 years chose a healthy fast food option, our shake, to McDonald's drive-thru, to Burger King, to Taco Bell, to all the junk that they're filling their bodies with, right? Every 8 seconds, somebody joins a challenge. Every 8 seconds, somebody joins a challenge. That's unbelievable to think about. So guys, that's what I mean by we're the #1 fastest growing challenge in the world today. Let's take it a layer deeper. We're the #1 fastest growing business or opportunity for people to provide a solution to the problem. You might say, well, I don't understand. Well, you could buy a GNC tomorrow. You could spend $250,000 and you could buy a GNC. And you'd have an opportunity to provide a solution to the problem. But you wouldn't have the #1 fastest growing opportunity providing the #1 fastest growing solution. You could buy a Gold's Gym, a Curves Fitness, and you'd be getting an opportunity to provide a solution to the #1 problem. But you wouldn't be in the #1 opportunity providing the #1 solution to the #1 problem, right? So for me, like, if all the stars are aligning, why would you not want to be with #1? right? That's where you want to be. That's the sweet spot. And what I mean by this from a business perspective is, as a company, we went from $1 million a month in sales to, which is $12 million a year, to $55 million a month in sales in 27 months. That's a $12 million company to a $660 million company in 27 months. Is that pretty good? That's not that big of a deal. It's a pretty big deal. It's a pretty big deal. 2 or 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago now, my partners and I, we stood on the stage in Dallas, and we received the Growth Award for our industry for 2011, which means out of the 3,000 companies every month that start in our industry worldwide, one company grew the most in 2011, and one company got the Growth Award, and that was this company right here, the #1 fastest growing company in our industry in the world today, right? Guys, you know, this is the possibility. I want to give you guys an understanding that it's not an opinion, it's facts. We grew for 27 straight months. Double-digit compounded growth every single month for 27 straight months, with the exception of December and December. Apparently not a lot of people trying to lose weight in December. But, and you know, there's two types of people in this room. There's people that like numbers, that like data, that like statistics. Those are left-brain people. Where are my people that are left-brain people? On data, statistics, okay, 4 of you, gotcha. And then the rest of you guys are right-brain thinkers, or there's also right-brain thinkers in the room who are more out-of-the-box, creative, you know, they like to break rules, things like that. Where are my right-brain thinkers at? Any right-brain thinkers? Okay, we only got like 2/3 of the room. The other you guys, are you guys no-brain thinkers? What are you guys? So, you're like, I'm not gonna raise my hand. Oh. Okay, so for the left-brain thinkers in the room, you guys actually understood all the data I was giving you. You're like, yes, it's very interesting. And then the right-brain thinkers are like, I got no idea what he's talking about. You're like, what is the compounded double-digit growth? So right-brain thinkers, you guys are more like picture-oriented. You're like, can you just draw a picture? So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna draw a quick picture for my right-brain thinkers. I'm gonna do something, take about 10 seconds. Every time you see my hand go like this, I'm gonna do it fast. I want you guys to go January, February, March, April, May, June, July. I'm gonna draw you the picture, okay? We're gonna start in January 2010. We're gonna go to March 2012, 27 times. Here we go, 1, 2, 3, go.
January, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March.
Okay, so right there, that's the picture, right? Now I can tell by your reaction you don't know what the picture means. Left brain people are like, yes, I know what the picture means, very interesting. But my right brain thinkers are like, I don't get it. So we're gonna break this out. This right here, this is really good. This right here, this is really bad. What's this right here? Good. No, this is really good. What's this? Really good. What's this right here? Really bad. Okay. So now let's go through an economic review in the United States. The full economic review, United States of America, the last 2 to 3 years. Here we go. The real estate industry. The mortgage industry. The banking industry. Construction industry. Insurance industry. Pharmaceutical industry. Automotive industry. All industries related to those industries. The U.S. economy. Okay, at the exact same time, with the exact same people, in the exact same country, the exact same problems, the body by body challenge. So it doesn't matter how skeptical you are, you can't argue this when everything around you is doing this. I mean, well, you can, but you can't do it intelligently. You can't have an intelligent, numerical conversation about this don't work when you live in this. And not only does it work, it's about the only thing that's working, right? This ain't working, this is what's working. What I'd be saying if I were you, be like, how do I get a piece of the next 27 months? How do I get in front of the next 1 million people that join the challenge? How do I be a part of the next 100 million shake serve? How do I be a part of the next 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 transformations? We give away a BMW every 40 minutes. Somebody qualifies for the BMW program. Every 40 minutes. You should be thinking, how do I be one of the next BMW BMW qualifiers in the next few days, right? Watch this. If you're around the perimeter and you're qualified as, or you've hit regional director above, raise your hand real quick. 1, 2, 3. Keep raised. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, if you're seated in the chairs, you qualify for BMW, stand up. Qualified, if you ever had a regional director or above, stand up. Okay, so 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 9, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Okay, that's 45 people that have qualified. By the way, give them a round of applause. 250 to 280 so people in this room. That's 1 out of every 6 people that have qualified for our BMW program. Guys, I'm not talking about one day, someday, maybe you might get a pink Cadillac. I'm talking about 1 out of 6. I want you to turn 3. I want you guys to look 3 people to the right, 3 people to the left, and say, hey, it's either you or it's me. It's going to be one of us, right? So, you know, guys, in closing this up, bottom line is if you're looking for a possibility, this is the #1 possibility. If you're looking for a guarantee, maybe there's a second job you can get, a third job you can get. However, how many of you guys have noticed over the last few years that those guarantees aren't so guaranteed, right? How many of you guys know someone's lost their jobs, been laid off, business closed up? It's not guaranteed. You know what's guaranteed is you. Your abilities, your skills, your mindset, what you bring to the table, you're guaranteed. And the only way you have any control whatsoever of your future is to be an entrepreneur who understands how to go after it themselves. And we want to use your entrepreneurial spirit, your strength, your mindset, your mentality, your passion, your desire, and give you the #1 system to create results financially. And that's what this is. I said earlier, guys, I'll go there in 1 second. Coming around right now, they may have already passed this out, but they handed it to me, so I'm going to go over it. We got a regional success tour happening all across North America. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 events going on all across North America. And I know we're not close to Toronto, Kansas City, Houston, Edmonton, Montreal, Philadelphia, Charlotte, Vancouver, Chicago, or Long Beach. So I'm guessing the regional that you guys are going to want to attend is the Orlando Regional Success Training. Yeah. Now, here's what this is. In Orlando, there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's going to be 10 Visalus millionaires there teaching you how to be successful at what we do. There's going to be a half a dozen body-by-body champions. These are people that have won the whole championship. We're going to teach you how to make money on Facebook. We're going to teach you everything about the products. We're going to teach you everything about how to maximize the comp plan. We're going to teach you everything about how to build a team of promoters. You're going to get a chance to hear from a panel of experts, both from the business and the product side. And the next regional event in Florida or Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, those surrounding states, will be 4 months from now. So the next regional event will be May, 9 months, September. So do I strongly recommend you attend the regional success training in May? Yes, the next regional success training for you would be in October or September. I would not wait that long. If you're already planning on going to this, please raise your hand. The rest of you guys, get in the car with one of the 40 or 50 people that raise their hand and just drive with them. They're not going to care, I promise you. They'll put you in the car, they'll drive you up there, it will absolutely positively be worth it. If you're not registered, check the box, fill this out, hand it to the person you're working with. Time for me to close out. I said on the DVD, right now you're 1 of 2 types of people, 1 of 3 types of people, excuse me. The first 2 types of people are the ones that are not interested in promoting the challenge, and again, that's okay. You've been looking at me this whole time going, dude, I just came down here for a free shake. And to be honest with you, I thought I was going to Dairy Queen. I didn't know where we were going. First and second type of person, one of those brains, I'm not sure. Those of you guys that are the first type of people, you just want to promote the challenge, or excuse me, get on the challenge, grab the order form, check a box, give it to the person you're working with that brought you down here, and they'll get your stuff out tonight. We have swipers, hand your credit card, we'll swipe it, you're off and running. But remember, first 2 type of people, there's no amount of thinking about it that's going to help you get stronger or in a better shape or losing weight, you just got to take action, right? It's just, you don't need to go home and have a family meeting on a shake that costs $1.50. You just don't. You didn't have a family meeting on a Frosty when you went through, Wendy's. You didn't have one on a pizza. Why do you have a family meeting on a shake that costs $1.50? I got guys that are like, well, I got to check with my wife. Ladies in the room, let's be honest here. Does your guy have to check with you if they want to lose weight? No. Ladies, you've got to check with the season, right? Nobody has to check with him if you want to lose weight. Watch this. If your spouse has transformed in any way, shape, or form their body, and you've been super excited about that, let me hear you. Make some noise in the room. See, those are people that didn't care about the transformation. They just get on the stuff, right? It's getting so bad that we're about to add a new warning label to the back of the shake that says, warning may cause babies. That's how bad it's getting. People are like, I can't believe everyone's got their kids here. I'm like, it's a shake. What can you do? Okay. Third type of person says, hey, I do want to be one of those entrepreneurs. I do want to be those possibility people. Here's what you want to do. You want to grab this right here. You want to pick the way you want to get started. Fill that out on the back. And hand it to the person you're working with. Give your credit card. They'll swipe it. You're off and running. And again, there's not a lot of thinking about it. If you know you want to make more money, take action. If you know you got to put your kids through college, take action. If you know you got to pay off, back debt, take action. Thinking's not going to get more money in the bank account. Action is. Get started and go for it, right? Get started and go for it, just like all the people that talked about it. So if you are a type 3 person, I want to invite you back for a getting started training. In 5 minutes, we're going to take a break, and in 5 minutes, we're going to go through a getting started training. Mr. Ibrahim Silwani, the guy who was able to hide his boat but not his cars, he's going to go through the getting started training. And when you think about the guy who's going to help you get started, within 20 months, 19 months, 16 months, to go from negative, every account, the credit card, everything you have, repo man knocking on the door, to he'll make well over, he'll make between $250,000 and $500,000 in the next 12 months with us. That's a good guy to teach you how to get started. Okay, he's going to teach you how to make your first $500 to $1,000 back in the next 7 days, which would be nice. How many of you guys wouldn't mind making an extra $500 to $1,000 next 7 days? He's going to teach you that. If you're not a director yet, I'd stick around. You missed something. If you are a director and you can't do a getting started training like Ibrahim, I would stick around. Guys, I thank you so much for your time tonight. The next time I have an opportunity to see you will be in Orlando. I can't wait to see you in the crowd there. There'll be 3,000 of us in Orlando. It's going to be a blast. Turn to the person that brought you down. Let them know if you're 1, 2, or 3. I'll see you in Orlando. Thanks for your time. Fort Myers, Naples, or Bonita Springs area. Anybody? I will be there tomorrow night if you want to send people the event of the details on the website. Thank you.